The Remington Report. Sponsored by the Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association, PYC Paint Your Wagon, and the Heritage Place, the place where champions are sold. Hello again, everyone. I'm Greg Thompson of StallionEsearch.com, and welcome to episode 1 of the 2013 edition of the Remington Report. First and foremost, congratulations goes out to Remington Park on their 25th anniversary of quarter horse racing. They handed out these hats the opening weekend there at Remington Park in Oklahoma City. Big stakes weekend and opening weekend was the Eastex Handicap as well as the Mighty Deck 3. We'll be recapping that in the opening segment. We'll also look at the SLM Big Daddy Stakes in the preview section. We'll also look back at some of the top training race efforts from the past couple weeks. Huge show. Let's get out of the way and get right into the recap section here on the Remington Report. The Remington Report Stakes Race Recap. We get started recapping the first graded stakes of the meet in the $55,000 Grade 2 Eastex Handicap, which included last year's winner, a toss-up, as well as the Evangeline Downs Derby winner, Fast Prize Mike with G.R. Carter aboard.
They're off in the Eastex Handicap. Solid start at the rail by Fast Prize Mike. A toss-up away cleanly as well. From the outside, You Follow Me, and also out there, Tullamore Bourbon going for the front. Tullamore Bourbon on the lead now with Fast Prize Mike. Fast Prize Mike trying to come back. Here's You Follow Me with a late surge. To the line they come, and Fast Prize Mike gets the slide upset.
And it's the Evangeline Downs Derby winner, Fast Prize Mike, holding off a surging You Follow Me at the wire to win the Grade 2 Eastex Handicap. His 4th win of his career for the 4-year-old PYC Paint Your Wagon colt, who was trained to victory by Steven Salazar for owner Evelio Salazar, and he was bred in Oklahoma by Watona Stanley. We caught up with the jockey after the win.
Never been on him before. All I know about him is what I'd been told by a couple of the other riders. I'd asked about him and the trainer, and my agent Donnie hustled and got the mount for us, and he warmed up really good. He's a really big horse, and was really good in the gate and broke really good, and he's kind of wanted to get out maybe just a little bit when I hit him left-handed, and I had to straighten him up a little bit, and but he just went to draw him back away from him right there at the end. He ran a really good race.
Hey, don't go away. We'll be right back after these words from the OQHRA.
The Remington Report is proudly sponsored by the OQHRA.
The second spotlighted stakes is the $55,000 Mighty Deck 3 Handicap. Headlining the field was Finch, the Grade 1 Sooner State Stakes winner, and the 3-time Futurity finalist Fast Prize Jordan.
They're off in the Mighty Deck 3 Handicap away sharply. Fast Prize Jordan grabs the early lead. Coming on now, Senior Fish from the far outside. Cruising the wagon, rolling along now on the lead late. Fast Prize Jordan still there. Late rally by Finch inside. Fast Prize Jordan takes the Mighty Deck 3 Handicap by almost a full length.
It's the second stakes win on the day for jockey G.R. Carter Jr. for owner-breeder Watona Stanley, who owns the 4-year-old PYC Paint Your Wagon colt in partnership with William E. Smith. Fast Prize Jordan was bred in the state of Oklahoma.
Fast Prize Jordan, I've ridden him before, and he's ran real good here at Remington. He's qualified for the Remington and the Heritage both when he was a 2-year-old, and he broke really well and just ran a really nice race. It's real tickled to get to ride him, and real gratifying to get the win.
Okay, we're going to pause for just a second and hear from our sponsor, Heritage Place, the place where champions are sold. Heritage Place graduates are leading the way in the industry, highlighted by former all-time leading money earner Stoley's winner, as well as $1 million earners Mr. Piloto in Double Down Special, and many other top runners in quarter horse racing, all Heritage Place graduates. Important dates are Heritage Place Futurity and Derby in June, the yearling sale in September, the fall mix sale in November, and the winter mix sale in January of 2014. Heritage Place, the place where champions are sold. The Remington Report Stakes Preview. We take a look at the top 2 contenders for the $35,000 SLM Big Daddy Stakes. And we start off with a little bit of what you would consider a 550 specialist in Mr. Trugliono, who was seen here winning last year's edition of the 550-yard event, as well as relishing the distance at Retama Park and the TQHA 550 Stakes. The second spotlighted runner is Jesse's In Town, Coming off of a winning performance in the 440-yard OQHRA Fall Classic at Will Rogers Down. And there's the contenders for the SLM Big Daddy Stakes. The Breeding Shed Moment. This week's Stallion Spotlight falls on PYC Paint Your Wagon, the son of champion sire Corona Cartel and champion broodmare Dash and Follies. PYC Paint Your Wagon sired both opening weekend stakes winners, First Prize Jordan and Fast Prize Mike in the Eastex and Mighty Deck 3 handicaps. In his racing career, he was able to rattle off 3 impressive wins and Grade 1 events, as well as posting earnings of over $889,000 as a runner. As a sire, he has posted numbers of $8.8 million earned from offspring from only 5 crops to race, as well as achieving the distinction of being the leading sire of money earners for 2012. You can check out the Member Stallion page of PYC Paint Your Wagon at StallionEasearch.com. You can also see video highlights of his racing career and of those of his top earners. It's the Training Race Recap, where we look at 4 of the top performances thus far in training races for 2-year-olds at Remington. The first, Wolfgang James, seen here posting the fastest time from a 2-year-old in training races at Remington this meet, with a time of 13.35 seconds for 250 yards. Also from the same race, the second place finisher, Beatty Flowers, who is also by Ivory James, who stopped the clock at 13.44 seconds for the second place effort at 250 yards. At an identical time was Stolen Credits, who is by Stoli, seen here winning the training race in a time of 13.44 seconds. And the last spotlighted training race goes to Corona Cartel, by Corona Cartel winning in a time of 13.454 seconds. And that race concludes the training race recap for this week. The Remington Report is proudly co-sponsored by PYC Paint Your Wagon and was the #1 sire of money earners of 2012. He has over $8.8 million in earnings from only 5 crops to race. He is by the champion sire Corona Cartel and out of the champion broodmare Dash and Follies. Stakes winners are derived from this royal bloodline, as he has produced 15 graded stakes winners thus far in his stud career. PYC Paint Your Wagon, standing at Royal Vista Ranch in Wayne, Oklahoma. Okay, that's all the time we have for episode 1 here of the Remington Report. We'll be back next week, of course, to recap the SLM Big Daddy Stakes, as well as look forward to the upcoming stakes events here in Oklahoma City at Remington Park. If you can't be at the races this weekend, go to aqha.com/racing and watch the Q Racing videos, all the partnering racetracks, all the quarter horse racing action, all in one spot there at aqha.com/racing. I'm Greg Thompson of StallionEasearch.com here for the Remington Report.